So I will talk about our homework for the exponential function and the log functions. So the first problem is okay. Most students give me the right graph, right? We want to graph f of x is 2 to the x plus 3's power. Okay, so we change fx to y. So y is 2, x plus 3, and then we make that table. So here is x, y, and x comma y. Okay, so for the exponential function, we pick values for x is 2, 1, 0, -1, -2. Okay, so we pick values for x for exponential function. Later for the log function, we will pick values for y, and I'm going to do 2 examples. And then we use this formula to find the corresponding y for each particular x. So when x is 2, y is 2 to the 2 plus 3's power, so which is 2 to the 5th power, is 32. When x is 1, we got 2, 1 plus 3, this is 16. And then we got 2, 0 plus 3's power, 8. -1 plus 3's power, 4. And the last one is -2 plus 3's power, so this is 2 to the 1st power, 2. Okay, so it just replace x by these 5 numbers that we picked, okay, in this formula. Replace x here, and you get the corresponding y. So now we need 5 points, x comma y, so 2 comma 32, 1 comma 16, 0 comma 8, -1 comma 4, and -2 comma 2. So now we are ready for the graph. So the most important point is 0, 8, right? That's our y-intercept. So the graph will pass number 8 here, and then -1, 4, -2, 2, 1, 16, so much higher, 2, 32, somewhere here. 16, and this is the curve, right? So I will use another color. Draw a curve passing through these 5 points. You got the graph of f. So this is our first homework questions. It's easier. Now let's look at the second one. The second one, we want to graph this log function. It's much harder. A lot of students didn't give me the right graph. So still, first step, we change fx to y. So we got y is log 3 x minus 1. So it's very hard to evaluate log. That's why we change this log form to exponential form by looking at this counterclockwise. Oh, no, sorry, this is clockwise. So this means 3 to the y's power is x minus 1. So a lot of students starting the table from this equation. So you shouldn't start from here. There's one more step. We have to solve for x. We have to get x by itself. So add 1, we got x is 3 to the y's power plus 1. Okay? Yeah. So you have to get x is equal to what kind of function of y. And then we pick values for y, get corresponding x. So for log function, we pick y. Okay, we pick y. So So y is our 5 numbers, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2. So what's x? X is this 3 to the y's power plus 1. So for each y, for each number, you just replaces y here. If y is 2, we got 3 squared plus 1, so which is 10. So x is 10. So x comma y, we got 10 comma 2. So y is 1. We got x is 3 to the first power plus 1. So it's 4. So we got 4 comma 1. Y is 0. X is 3 to the 0 power plus 1, so which is 2. Then we got 2 comma 0. And then we have two negative powers. Y is -1. So we got -1's power plus 1. So this is 1 and 1/3. So x is 1 1/3. Y is -1. And the last one. So x is 3 to the -2 plus 1. So this is 1/9. Okay? Yeah. So we have to use x and y coordinate to draw the graph. Okay, so again, the important point is this x-intercept is 0, 2. So the graph will pass to this point, number 2. Okay, and then we got 4, 1. And then this is 4, 1. And then 10, 2. So it's somewhere here. 10, comma 2. Okay, and then these 2 points, we have negative y part, so it's down here. 1 and 1/3, -1. 1 and 1/9, -2. Okay, so here is -1. Here is -2. So now we draw a curve connecting these 5 points. So we got the picture for log. Okay, so we pick values for y. After you got the expression for x. One more example. So let's look at the graph of log 3x plus 1. Okay, so for this function g of x. So first step is to change it to y, right? Y is log 3 of x plus 1. So this number 1 is not in part of the log. Okay, so we get y minus 1 is log 3 of x. So now we use the clockwise. We look at these 3 things clockwise. So we got 3 to the y to the 1's power is x. This is the relation between y and x. So we pick values for y and then get x is 3 to the y minus 1's power. Okay, so here y is 2, 1, 0, -1, -2. So when y is 2, x is 3, 2 minus 1's power. So this is 3, 3 to the first power. When y is 1, we got 3 to the 0's power. So it's 1. Y is 0, so this is 0 minus 1. So it's 1/3. -1 minus 1, so it's -2, so 1/9. And the last one is -2 minus 1. It's 3 to this power, so this is 3 to the -2 minus 1's power, so this is 1/27. Okay, and then we got x comma y, so this is 3, 2, 1, 1, 1/3, 0, 1/9, -1, 1/27, -2. So the special point is 0, 1/3. So this is 1/3. graph it looks like this. Okay, so for log function, we pick 5 numbers for y, and then you start for x, get this relation between x and y. So that's the graph of log function. So other parts are easier. Okay, other parts are easier. So there's a table in the homework. 2 cubed is 8, so corresponding log. So base is here, base 2, exponent 3, power 8. So 2 cubed is 8. So if you start from the log, we get log 3 of x is 4. Okay, then we write it this way, so that means 3 to the 4th power is x. And the last one, 2 to the x is 32, so you write on the log. So here is the base, so this is 2. Here is the exponent, so this is x. And then the power 32 is inside. So log 2 of 32 is x. We just change these two forms from one to the other. Evaluation question. So we will use definition of log, okay? Log 3, 1 over 27 is x. Change it to exponential form. So 3 to the x is 1 over 27. And then we change 1 over 27 to power of 3. So this is 3 to the negative 3's power. So same base implies same exponent, x is negative 3. The next example is ln e cubed. So again, we assume this is x, right? And then we write down the corresponding exponential form. So the missing base is e. So e to the x is e to the 3. Same property, same base, same exponent. X is 3. So if you change log to exponential form, it's very easy. And then log 2 of 1 over 2 to the 6 is x, right? And then we do the same thing. 2 to the x is 1 over 2 to the 6. So 2 to the x is 2 to the negative 6. So x is negative 6. Okay, yeah, so we will write down the answer. We don't need this letter x. So the answer for the first one is log 3, 1 over 23 is x, so which is negative 3. The answer for the second one, the middle question, ln e cubed is x, so this is 3. And the last one, log 2, 1 over 2 to the 6 is x, so this is negative 6. Okay, so we just use the letter x to rewrite log form to exponential form. And the last one, a lot of students copied this question wrong. Okay, so it's not 3 times this log, it's 3 to the log 3 of 5's power. So again, we assume this is some x. So this is given the exponential form. We cannot change to exponential form anymore, so we change this to log form. Okay, so we need a log form here. So we put log. So here is base 3 is, so exponent, what's the exponent for this exponential form? This is a whole log is the exponent. Okay, so this is the exponent. So we got log 35 here. And then power x is inside. So now we have equal sign between two log forms. They have the same base, so same power. So x is 5. Okay, so the last one we change exponential form to log form. Inverse function. Okay, inverse function. So you can start from either the exponential function or the log function. I will start from the log function g. It's easier for me, okay? And remember, be careful, this log, only x is in the log notation. This 1 is not. It's log 3 of x. It's not log 3 of x plus 1. So if you want log 3 of x plus 1, you should write it this way. Log 3 and then x plus 1 inside the parentheses. Okay? Yeah, so now let's find inverse function. So step 1, we change it to y, right? So y is log 3 of x plus 1. So move 1. Y minus 1 is log 3 of x. And then we use what? We use definition to get exponential form. So it's 3, y minus 1's power is x. So this is function f. Okay, so this is step 2. So step 3, we change x back to f inverse y. G, sorry, here is function g. So g inverse of y. So 3 to the y minus 1's power is g inverse of y. And then you compare g inverse of y is f. So they are inverse function of each other. Okay, so you can start from g. You also can start from f, so this is solution 2. And sometimes you have to do both, but this one we know is one-to-one function. We already know log and exponential functions are inverse of each other, so you just do one direction is good enough. So if you start from f, okay, so we have step 1, change fx to y, so y is this, and then solve for x, that's step 2, right? Step 2, solve for x. Okay, so you have to change this to log form. So log base 3 exponent is x minus 1 and then power inside. Change exponential form to log form. Okay, yeah. And this is x minus 1. We need x, so log 3 of y plus 1 is x. So last step, change x to f inverse of y. So we got the answer. Log 3 of y plus 1 is f inverse of y. So this is g. Okay, this is g. So you can pick solution 1 or solution 2 for the inverse function.